Have you ever noticed how easily people can ruin your day? A careless comment, a rude gesture, or a moment of disrespect, and suddenly your peace is gone. But here's the truth. No one can control your emotions unless you hand them that power. Mufti Menk often reminds us that our happiness is far too valuable to depend on someone else's mood, approval, or opinion. The moment you let others decide how you feel, you become a prisoner of their actions. But when you take back control, you free yourself from their influence. In this video, we'll explore how to protect your heart, strengthen your mind, and find true peace, the kind that doesn't shatter when someone tries to hurt you. It's time to reclaim your emotional freedom and be happy without needing anyone else's permission. 1. Your emotions are your responsibility. Your emotions are a gift from Allah, a way to experience the world, to connect with others, and to respond to life's situations. But with this gift comes responsibility. No one else can truly make you feel a certain way without your permission. While people's actions may trigger emotions, the choice to dwell on them, respond with anger, or maintain your peace is ultimately yours. Islam teaches us about self-control and not allowing our nafs, desires and impulses, to dictate our reactions. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "The strong is not the one who overcomes the people by his strength, but the strong is the one who controls himself while in anger." Bukhari and Muslim. This means emotional strength lies in self-management, not in dominating others. When you take ownership of your feelings, you stop expecting people to make you happy or make you feel valued. Instead, you recognize that your emotional stability comes from within, rooted in your relationship with Allah and not dependent on anyone else's behavior. 2. Don't give others permission to hurt you. When you react strongly to insults, criticism, or mockery, you are essentially handing people the remote control to your mood. They press a button, and your happiness, peace, or confidence is switched off. This is not strength. It is emotional slavery. Mufti Menk often reminds us, people's opinions of you are not a reflection of your worth, but a reflection of their character. If someone tries to hurt you with their words or actions, it says more about them than about you. Allowing their negativity to live rent-free in your heart only drains your spiritual and emotional energy. The Quran tells us, "And the servants of the Most Merciful are those who walk upon the earth easily, and when the ignorant address them harshly, they say words of peace." Surah Al-Furqan 25 and 63. This verse teaches us not to react with equal negativity, but to rise above it. By setting emotional boundaries, you keep your heart safe. This does not mean you avoid all confrontation or injustice, but it does mean you choose your battles wisely and refuse to let every opinion dictate your inner state. 3. True happiness comes from Allah. One of the greatest misconceptions in life is believing that other people hold the power to make us happy. Whether it's a friend, spouse, family member, or even society at large, many seek joy in the approval, attention, or affection of others. But this type of happiness is fragile because it can be taken away as soon as people's moods or opinions change. Islam reminds us that true contentment is in the remembrance of Allah. The Quran says, "Verily, in the remembrance of Allah, do hearts find rest." Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:28. This peace is constant because it comes from the one who never changes, never abandons, and never fails in his promises. When you rely on Allah for your happiness, no person's rejection, betrayal, or criticism can break you. You are anchored in faith, not in fleeting human emotions. You see blessings where others see problems because you trust in Allah's plan. This is why those who are close to Allah often radiate a calm joy, even in the most challenging times. Their happiness is not tied to worldly circumstances, but to their Creator's mercy. 4. Forgive without losing your boundaries. Forgiveness in Islam is a noble act. Allah loves those who pardon others and promises great rewards for those who let go of grudges. But forgiveness does not mean allowing people to continuously harm or control you. There is a difference between forgiving from the heart and allowing repeated emotional abuse. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, forgave his enemies many times, but he also set boundaries to protect himself and his community. Likewise, you can forgive someone for their hurtful actions, release the anger from your heart, and make dua for them, but still decide that you will not let them be in a position to hurt you again. Forgiveness is for your own emotional and spiritual well-being. Holding on to anger keeps you chained to the pain. When you forgive, you free yourself from the burden of resentment. But when you pair forgiveness with healthy boundaries, you ensure that your peace is preserved. Remember, forgiving does not mean trusting blindly again. It means you wish no harm for the other person, but you value your well-being enough to guard it wisely. 5. Patience and gratitude. Protect your peace. Life is full of moments that test our patience: rude behavior, unfair treatment, unexpected loss, or hurtful words. In these moments, patience, saber, is a shield that stops you from reacting impulsively and worsening the situation. Patience is not weakness. It is an active choice to maintain composure and dignity despite provocation. The Quran reassures us, indeed, Allah is with the patient. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:153. Knowing that Allah is with you in moments of restraint gives strength to your heart. Every time you hold back anger for the sake of Allah, you are rewarded, even if the other person never changes. Alongside patience, gratitude, shukr, keeps your heart protected from negativity. When you focus on what Allah has blessed you with, you stop obsessing over what people have taken away from you. Gratitude shifts your attention from the hurt to the blessings, from the insult to the lesson, from the loss to the gain. Patience and gratitude together create a fortress around your emotions. They remind you that your peace does not depend on how people treat you, but on how you choose to respond and what you choose to value. 6. Focus on purpose, not people's opinions. If you allow people's opinions to guide your decisions, you will constantly be changing direction to please them. And still, you will never satisfy everyone. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, faced criticism from his enemies despite being the most truthful, kind, and just of all people. This shows us that even perfection cannot escape judgment, so seeking universal approval is a losing game. Your purpose in life is far greater than earning human applause. Allah created you with a unique mission: to worship Him, serve others, and make a positive impact according to your abilities. When you focus on your purpose, people's opinions become background noise. Mufti Menk often says, "People will say anything. It is up to you whether you let it stop you." When you anchor yourself in your faith and goals, you naturally rise above petty remarks and distractions. You realize that the only approval that truly matters is Allah's. This mindset empowers you to live authentically, make bold choices, and stay committed to what is right, even if it is unpopular. It frees you from the exhausting cycle of chasing validation and allows you to live with integrity and peace. Remember, your emotions are a trust from Allah. Protect them, nurture them, and never hand them over to those who don't value you. True peace comes when you seek happiness from your Creator, not from people's approval. At Pious Deen, we remind you that your worth is defined by Allah alone. If this message touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting reminders. Let's spread peace and strength together. May Allah grant you a heart filled with patience, gratitude, and joy. Comment below, Ya Allah, make my heart strong and my soul content.